I'd like to begin by acknowledging the land that I'm currently on. It's home to traditional land to many First Nations, including the Mississaugas of the New Credit, the Chippewa, the Anishinaabe, the Haudenosaunee, and the Wendat people, and is currently home to a variety of diverse nations, First Nations, Inuit, and Métis peoples. And I'll begin. My name is Tracy. I am born and raised in Toronto. I'm from the Chippewas, a member of the Chippewas of Nawash, and I am Wolf Clan. My spirit name is Evening Cloud Woman, and I'm just happy to be here and share a little bit about myself and about the seven grandfather teachings. My mother was a residential school student. I don't consider her to be a survivor. She passed away at a very young age from cirrhosis, and never really talked about her experiences at the school or much about that. So I grew up not knowing really anything about culture or who I was as that person. And although she passed away young, I was brought up by my godmother, who was also a residential school survivor. And so my opportunity to learn about who I was didn't really begin till I was in my late 30s. And I began to go to different agencies, and I received a name, and I received my colors and clan. And then I started attending women's programs and just learning about many different nations, not only Anishinaabe, but many different nations being in the city. And I am now a mother of 4 children and 4 grandchildren, and just retired recently. So that's a little bit about myself. And I'd like to just speak about the 7 generation teachings. My understanding is that the 7 grandfathers sent a messenger down to find somebody to bring back, because they were noticing that the humans were not being very positive. They were living negatively, not being kind to each other, and lying and cheating, and a bunch of things that they weren't pleased with. So they sent a messenger to bring somebody back so they could give them the teachings. And the messenger brought back a baby, and the baby was taught by the grandfathers about the teachings. And after he received all the teachings, which took 7 years, he was sent back to share those teachings and learned how to use them himself on Mother Earth. And the first teaching that was shared with him was the message of love, and how we must all love ourselves and love each other. And this was represented by the eagle, who was seemed to be the closest to Creator. He flew the highest, and he was very strong, and so he carried the teachings on his wings. And this teaching has taught me to work on loving myself and just loving other people unconditionally. And I encourage everyone to carry that teaching with them. And the second teaching was about respect, and that was represented by the buffalo. The buffalo was very giving of itself, and it shared everything that it had with the humans to sustain our life: food, shelter, clothing. And the buffalo showed much respect and in doing that. And so this is another teaching that follows through with living a good life. And the next teaching is humility. And this was represented by the wolf. And the wolf works in a pack and knows its role. And so we are encouraged to know that we are a sacred being and that we have a role to play here in our journey, and to work together and to be supportive of each other, and to acknowledge people's achievements as we do our own, to live selflessly and not selfishly. Another teaching is the teaching of truth, which was represented by the turtle. And the turtle is said to have been here since the beginning, when the creation happened. And the turtle carries the teachings of life on its back. And the turtle shows us that it's important in your journey to be slow and meticulous, because it's not just about getting there, it's about how you get there. And this is helpful when it comes to trying to just rush everything and thinking that that's going to be helpful. Just take your time and trust the journey. Another teaching is the teaching of honesty, which was represented by the raven and Sauve, and it is shown to us that we should be ourselves, that we should accept ourselves the way we are, not try to be like others, and to know our gifts and to use them in a good way. And this helps us to recognize that we do have gifts, and we should be learning and sharing those gifts with others. Another teaching is about courage and bravery, and this is represented by the bear. The mother bear is very brave and courageous in protecting her cubs from any harm that could come her way. She also shows us about living in balance by resting and survival and playtime. And this has helped me to see that everything is not to be feared, and by acting brave we can get things done that we thought we could probably never do. And the final one is wisdom, and this is represented by the beaver, who shows us that he is very environmentally friendly. He works to provide the best for his family and his community, and he has his teeth that he was given to work with the wood, and if he does not use his teeth, they will continue to grow and they will cause a problem for him. So this tells me that we should be seeking knowledge, for with knowledge comes wisdom, and we should also be mindful of how we live on this earth and try not to be wasteful, and just have respect for all things. These teachings all come into each other, and love, runs through them all. And to live a good life, it is very helpful that we think about these teachings and use them in our life as much as possible. That being said, miigwech, and thank you for listening to me.